So you mentioned the draft. You are a part of the 1995 NBA draft class.
Mhm.
Joe Smith, Kevin Garnett, some big names along with yourself.
Mhm.
How was the overall draft experience for you?
Oh, it was a beautiful feeling, because I felt like at that time I fulfilled my dream to always, like I said, telling that lady from the balcony, I'm going to play in the NBA or in the NFL. It was no doubt in my mind, and I put in the hard work and the dedication, and I had 4 great years at Syracuse that went very well, and it was a beautiful feeling. Uh, you got me reminiscing. I remember it like it was yesterday. My mother was there. I had about 50 of my friends, and we were all at grandma's house. And they also flew cameras from Syracuse into DC. So they were all at grandma's house. So when my name was called, everybody was screaming and hollering, and it was called by the Vancouver Grizzlies. And I just remember it was just so loud and everybody was so happy and I was happy. And the first thing I did, I got up and I ran upstairs to the bathroom. And the first thing I did, I got on my knees and I thank God for this opportunity, for fulfilling my dream. And then you know what I said, Lala?
What?
Where the hell is Vancouver? So, because it was a
Where
franchise, it
we're
was the
going,
first.
yeah.
It was the first.
Yeah.
I was the second pick in franchise in Vancouver's history,
Yeah.
and ended up loving Vancouver. I call it the hidden city. Beautiful place, beautiful people, good food. So it worked out, but that was definitely a weird moment
Yeah.
of trying to figure out where Vancouver was.
Yeah, and now they're in Memphis, so the Grizzlies are now in
Yes, they're
Memphis,
now in
which is a
Memphis.
different fit for them. I mean,
Exactly.
that's so amazing because, you know, not everyone gets to have that feeling.
Yes.
I think a lot of times, especially like talking like my friends now, we all have dreams, but reality, not everyone's going to be able to live them. So, what advice would you give to someone who, maybe feels like they haven't reached their dream yet?
Mhm. Well, only advice I can give is, if you truly are passionate and love what you do and is trying to take it to that next level, understand that. And now we're just talking about basketball,
Yeah.
you know, in the basketball setting, and this goes to the youth. And I truly want you to understand what I'm saying. If you truly, truly love the game and are passionate about the game, you have to be hungry and not just want to eat. A lot of people just want to eat and not hungry. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the time. So, the people just want to eat. They already got food in the cupboard. But that hungry person is going to go out there and work hard every day to be the best that they can be. And so you truly, truly have to put in the work, and it's really a mental game with yourself, understanding that if I give my all and really push myself, I can be the best I can be. And I go back to my mother, may she rest in peace. And it's just in the business world and whatever you do. She always used to tell me, you are your own private contractor in whatever corporation you're in. So the work that you put in is going to be this type of style or the type of person that you are, but you got to put in the work.
Mm. Obviously, basketball teaches life lessons, right?
Mhm.
What would you say is the biggest transferable skill that you have been able to transfer to life after the ball stopped dropping?
Well, getting my degree in childhood education has helped that, and understanding that, of course, you play sports and people make a lot of money and do great things, but at the end of the day, the ball has to stop,
Mhm.
and you have to have something to fall back on. And I truly think that's one of my blessings too, is that um, I was able to deal with understanding when your career is over and you have to move on into the next phase of whatever God decides to put you into doing in your life. So uh
It didn't come from like a lack. You didn't feel like you were lacking. You felt like you were
no, no,
transitioning.
no, no,
It
no.
felt,
It's a transition that you have to deal with.
yeah,
And the reality is, you got some people that really can't. A
yeah,
lot of people can.
yeah.
That's in anything. You got a million people that are millionaires who are miserable.
Mhm.
And then you got people who are poor who are happy as can be.
Yeah.
So it's just about, who you are as a person and how you feel and the work you put in and the dedication you put in and also what you was taught. My grandmother, may she rest in peace, and my mother, may she rest in peace. They instilled in me that um, at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with money. It's about how you treat people and your character and having respect and having people respect you. So if anything, I can say that's what it's about. Truly having respect for people and expecting it in return. Right now I'm the youth development leader for the district in Syracuse, dealing with kids in middle school to high school. I love what I do, and I get to see the different cultures in the schools and everything. But I'm passionate about it. I tell people the same way I was an All American in sports, I go in that same way in the working field. I'm an all star in the working field also.
I think that's amazing. And that's something you always told me,
Mhm,
like playing. You were like, Lala, you are more than just a basketball. You have
mhm.
other things as well.
Right.
And I think that's super important. And why I am so passionate about this podcast, Beyond Ballin, is because a lot of people don't have somebody in their life
Yes.
that's telling them that they have value beyond just sports.
Yes.
Especially in this area, we have so many people that, I mean, we eat, sleep, breathe sports out here.
Right.
We are so good. Where even with me, when I got injured, I felt like a piece of my identity was kind of like lost, because it's like people say,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Right.
I play basketball,
Right.
right?
Right.
So when you can't do that, when you're injured or when it's time to move on, if you didn't already feel like you have value on this world, it could be a completely different scenario. And a lot of people have mental health issues because of it.
Mhm.
What advice do you
W
just
w
give to
w
those people to
well
stay uplifted or
well, that
encouraged?
comes with, at the end of the day too, it comes with having a strong family
Yeah.
and the background that you're raised around, of course, that's important, but it's also important for you as an individual to be mentally strong. And you got me reminiscing, and I can remember days, when you and your sister would go to school, get up in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and have an hour away to go to Bullis.
Mm.
So you have to get on the bus, drive an hour away, then you will go to school, then you have practice. Finish practice, then you're back at home by 8 o'clock. So we talking about 5:30 to 8 o'clock. You guys were doing a full day.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget one of the things that impressed me was I used to sometimes walk past your rooms and at maybe 12 o'clock midnight, you guys were up studying, doing your work. So that's inner strength.
Yeah.
That's what you told yourself you were going to do. So, nobody could tell you to do that. We could want you to do that,
Yeah.
but you actually, and both of you instilled that in yourself of being passionate and how to good study habits and everything. And that's what has taken you guys far, of having good study habits and learning how to study and learning how to, just push yourself.
Mhm.
That's important.
Thank you, Daddy. Yeah, I mean, it was hard, right? Like high school.
Yeah, it was
High
hard.
school was, because we are from Prince George's County and Bullis is in Potomac. So, like you said, an hour. Um, it was no joke, but
Every day.
it definitely instilled that discipline and that understanding that, if you want it,
Yeah,
now is the time,
yeah,
to show it.
yeah.
And I think
Good study
definitely,
habits.
yeah,
All of that
hard
comes into
work,
play.
work ethic for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
And both of our parents have it. I
yeah,
think it was a no-brainer,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah, yeah.
in life, I feel like as a family, we've just
Right,
always been extremely resilient
right.
and strong, and I
And for
think
the
that's just
kids
gonna
who
keep
don't have it, like maybe strong parents, try to, look into somebody that you look up to, a role model or whoever it may be. That person is going to instill that in you also because it's in everybody. You just got to figure it out. We all have a role in this life we live in. It's just your job to figure out your niche and your role and how to be successful and be the right person and do the right thing.